You know, for years, the whole conversation around BIM software like Revit has really been about one thing, making it faster. But what if the real revolution isn't just about speed? What if it's about making it smarter? So today, we're going to dive into this dual evolution of Revit, from the super important performance upgrades to a future where your software actually becomes a collaborator.
I mean, come on. If you're in the architecture, engineering, or construction world, the whole AEC space, you know this feeling, right? That awful lag when you're trying to navigate a big model, that spinning wheel of doom. It's that feeling that your own tools are holding your ideas hostage. It's a pain point we've all felt.
And this, right here, this slide just nails that struggle. On one side, you've got the old way of doing things, just bogged down by technical headaches. And on the other, you've got the promise of a whole new era. Software that responds instantly, letting you iterate on design super fast, and collaboration that just flows. So, how do we get from one side to the other? Well, it all starts with the foundation.
All right, so first things first, let's talk about the performance revolution. Because look, before we can even think about all the cool smart stuff, the software just has to work. It has to be fast and it has to be reliable. This is all about tackling that moving through molasses problem head on.
So how does it all work together? Well, a huge change is that the software now offloads a lot of the heavy lifting for navigation to your computer's graphics card, the GPU. This makes everything, panning, zooming, rotating, feel so much more fluid. Flying through a detailed hospital wing or a complex stadium model is suddenly seamless. And in the background, all these little optimizations are making even massive projects feel light on their feet.
Okay, so it's faster. So what? What does that actually mean for your projects? This isn't just about feeling good, it's about real, tangible results. Just picture a coordination meeting where you can orbit a super complex MEP model in real time with zero lag. That's not just a nice to have, that's catching a clash before it costs thousands of dollars on site. This is where you see the direct return on investment.
Okay, so Revit is faster. That's fantastic, we love to see it. But this is where the story gets really interesting. Speed is one thing, but intelligence, that's a whole different ballgame. What if your software could go beyond just following your clicks and actually start to understand what you're trying to do?
I mean, just think about this question for a second. It completely changes everything. It reframes the software. It's no longer just a passive tool you operate, but an active assistant, a partner you can actually talk to and collaborate with in a completely new way.
So, how on earth is this even possible? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But the tech is actually here, right now. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the bridge that connects the world of BIM with the incredible power of AI.
And the secret sauce is this thing called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Honestly, the best way to think about it is exactly like a bridge. It's what lets an AI, like Claude AI, literally have a conversation with Revit. The AI can ask the model for information and tell Revit what to build, and this MCP protocol is the translator that makes it all happen.
And here's the kicker, the best part. You don't need to be some coding genius to get this working. It's actually designed to be accessible. It's basically a three-step process. You install a plugin, you set up a folder, and you connect it to your AI. That's it. This is putting some seriously next-level technology into the hands of every single designer.
Okay, enough talk. Let's see this thing in action. Let's see what happens when you start talking to Revit like it's an actual member of your design team.
So you kick things off with a simple command, right? Just plain English. No digging through menus, no complicated imports. You just type what you want to see.
And bam, just like that, it's done. The AI figures out what a hexagon is, it talks to Revit through that MCP bridge, and the walls just appear in your model. It feels almost like magic. It's so intuitive.
And check this out. The next command is conversational. See that word now? The AI gets the context. It knows you're still talking about the walls you just made. And boom, the color's updated. This is a huge deal. You're not just barking isolated orders anymore. You're having a back and forth, a dialogue with your model.
All right, now hold on, because this next one is where my mind was kind of blown. This command needs spatial awareness. The AI has to figure out the model's orientation, identify which of those walls is facing south, and then delete it.
And it just does it perfectly. This shows a level of understanding that's way beyond a simple script. The AI isn't just following commands, it's actually reasoning about the 3D space.
But get this, it's not just a one-way street where you're the boss. You can ask it questions too. The AI can literally read the model's data and report back what it finds.
And just look at this table. The AI is smart enough to know there are only 5 walls left because it remembers we deleted that one. It just pulls the data and lays it all out for you, clean and simple. So it's not just a builder, it's an analyst too.
So, let's zoom out. What does all of this mean when you put it together? We've got this performance revolution, and we've got the dawn of an AI assistant. This is way more than just an update, right? This is a totally new paradigm for how we work.
This slide really brings it all home. You've got these two massive changes happening at the same time. The performance revolution gives you this frictionless, amazing canvas to work on, while the AI revolution gives you a brilliant new partner to work with. And that combination, that's what's going to change everything.
And that's the bottom line, isn't it? We're watching our most important design tool transform right before our eyes. It's shifting from being a complex tool you have to operate into an intelligent assistant you can truly collaborate with. It's less about mastering clicks and more about clearly communicating your design intent.
And that leaves us with one last pretty mind-bending question. I mean, imagine an assistant that's not just drawing walls, but is also checking them against building codes as you go, or suggesting more sustainable materials based on live data. When all of that is handled for you, what's the new limit of your creativity? I think that's the incredible future we're all stepping into.